What's up guys, Bluddshed here, bringing you some of the top goblin farming, rainbow goblin farming routes out there. Now we've been doing this a long time. I've been kind of perfecting my route over the years. I mean, if anybody likes farming goblins, it's me. We have our cosmics, we have our portrait. Before we could even put a puzzle ring into the cube, we used to have to kill goblins naturally to get the vault spawn. I just love farming goblins. Here's a video, February 9th, 2015 at 8 p.m. It's on private because these old videos are super cringe, but it did well. It did relatively well. And yeah, I've been making them for a while. Here's more recent memory. We did this one in 2017, top goblin routes. Less cringe, but still a little cringe. Now I like to start my runs off first by going to Act 1, Southern Highlands. This is my favorite run in the game. If I could buy stock in this place, I would. If you're curious about the build I'm using, the link will be in the description. Cave of the Moon Clan right here, boom. Okay, so when you first zone in, Cave of the Moon Clan can be here, but you wanna do a full loop for it in case it's not here, right? So make sure you fully check. This outside area is a decent place to farm goblins also, so you definitely wanna keep an eye out. And FYI, you want to go to options, you want to go to sound, enable sound, and you just need the effects volume. Effects is all you need for goblins. You don't need ambient or anything like that. So hopefully it's not too loud. I didn't test this beforehand, but yeah, that's all you need for goblins itself. Oh, master volume. Okay, we need the master volume as well. So you can kind of hear it a little bit now in the background. Maybe that would be better to provide. You can hear their little voice when you do find one. The little yee. So you can get a goblin outside. You can get a goblin on the Cave of the Moon Clan level 1 here. And you can get a goblin on Cave of the Moon Clan level 2, right? So you can get actually 3 goblins in this one route. And you want to just make sure you run through and check everywhere, right? It's super important. This is definitely the best run to check for. And let's just fully clear. You can kind of hear it if they were close. I think this one doesn't have anything. So this is route number 1. Route number 2 is also in Act 1. It's going to be the Northern Highlands. When you zone into the Northern Highlands, you want to do like a circle. You want to check this whole top zone. Then you want to take the stairs to the next part, the upper part, and do a full circle there, right? So you can go any type of direction you want. I don't know if I mentioned it, but the build will be in the description for this, right? Just kind of want to look around and give yourself an opportunity to hear them. If you don't hear anything, go up the stairs. And you can hear the little yee. We got 1 goblin there. And you're only gonna get 1 on the top. You can get 1 on top, and then you can get 1 on bottom, right? Just make sure you fully check both of them. For the 3rd run, we're gonna go to the Royal Crypts. Now this runs super fast. You can bypass a lot of the barriers, especially if you have like monk. Wait, there's another goblin, boom. You can find one right here. I'm not so sure if you can find one on the next level. But I know, rip jelly. Don't get triggered, rip jelly. I don't know if you can find one here, but I always fully check just in case. So the 3rd run is the Royal Crypts, and you just run, it's linear. You can hear the goblin. You just run across here and then check this little area. Nothing, you're good to go. It's a really quick run, number 3. The 4th run, we're gonna go to the Weeping Hollow. Now there's also a rare mob here called Ravi Lilywhite. It drops a pet called Live More. It's based off of the TV show iZombie, fun fact. No spoilers, all right? If you haven't watched it, you'll get the pet if you watch the show. It's really cool. They mentioned Diablo in the show, so it's a nice little throwback. And yeah, anyway, you log in and you do a circle. Always just kind of like a circle. You want to give yourself room to hear the goblin. You can hear them like 1 to 2 screens away. If you don't see anything, then go to the next zone. This is really good in particular because you can farm for the pet if you don't have it. But I feel like the Weeping Hollow can really pop off. A lot of times I'll get like 5 or 6 goblins in a row here, but now is not the case, so let's go to the next one. For the final run for this act, we're gonna go to the Cathedral. Now we're looking for LEORIC'S Passage. LEORIC'S Passage is usually really close to the waypoint, so it's usually gonna be left or right. So here it is, that's level 3, so that's not where you wanna go. It's usually really close. So if you hit Cathedral level 3, you've gone too far. Let's check right over here. It's around the waypoint. Don't travel too far. Let's see. So LEORIC'S Passage. So it's a random layout every time, but if you go one direction and you don't hit it, go the other direction and you should run into it. This one you can hear the goblin right away. if it's here because it's a small zone. This zone's really tiny. Nothing here this time, but it's a super quick run. And the cathedral in general is a good place to farm goblins, right? So at the end of the video, at the end of the runs, I'm gonna go through and give you a bunch of bonus runs, but this particular route, the sequence, it has the highest spawn rate. We've tested it, like I said, over hundreds of runs, and we're just giving you the best of the best right now, but there's a lot of good runs. If you do a run that's not covered in the video, definitely put it in the comments below. People want to know this kind of stuff. It's super important, okay? So that concludes Act 1. There are some honorable mentions we'll get to later, like I was saying. Act 2, this is a really good one. We're gonna go to the ancient waterway, and you're gonna do the east and the west channels. You're gonna do both runs, right? So we're gonna fly through here. It'd be really cool if we got a rainbow on these runs, just to kind of really solidify the video, right? And we got a Bluddshed goblin here. Kill it. Difficulty doesn't matter if you're wondering. You can be on any difficulty for the rainbow runs or goblin runs in general. You don't have to be on anything in particular. Like the torment level doesn't increase the spawn rate. The torment level just increases your rewards, right? So if you kill a blood goblin on T1, you get less blood shards than a blood goblin on T13, right? And the cosmetics aren't affected either, so you're not gonna increase your spawn rate for the rainbow wings or anything like that. Just farm on whatever's fast and effective for you, right? You wanna be able to kill the goblin. You don't wanna go through all the trouble of finding him if you can't kill him. So let's continue to look through the eastern waterway, see if we can find a goblin here. And again, we're gonna check both levels. Making our way downtown, walking fast, something, something. And I'm goblin bound. All right, I'll edit that from the video, don't worry. Let's see. I thought I heard something, but I think it was just those elites. Might be El Blanco here, but we did get one. We got the Bluddshed goblin, so let's go to the next one. That concludes Act 2. For Act 3, we're gonna do the Bridge of Corsic. This is super important. You only wanna do the caverns, right? The cavern spawns somewhere in this general area, right? It can spawn anywhere around this area, so make sure you look for it. The caves are bad, caverns good. Caves bad, caverns good, right? Don't even bother running the caves, they're trash, right? Caverns is what you wanna do, and you wanna do both levels. There's a really good chance for a goblin in these levels. If it bothers you being like a whatever chance that you might not get the caverns in the first place, oh, there's a goblin, then don't run it. But for me, I added this to my main goblin route because I find it really lucrative for goblin spawns. I was getting crazy. There's 2, so we got back to back here, right? It's a gem goblin, but still. We got 2 goblins. There's a percentage chance for it to roll as a pet goblin or a percentage chance for it to roll as a rainbow, right? So it's just percentage based. It's all RNG, right? This whole game, RNG. Let's get out of here. We're gonna go to Act 5 and we're gonna go to Pandemonium Fortress 1 and 2. We're gonna look for goblins, okay, obviously. If you get 1 goblin in Pando, you can actually get a second one for free. You're guaranteed to get a second one here. So it's not always guaranteed you're gonna get 2 goblins, but if you get 1, you're guaranteed to get a second one. You know what I'm saying? So it's really lucrative because you get the double spawn. I've gotten like a pet and a rainbow here before. I don't hear anything, so we're gonna go to Pando level 2 and we're gonna run through Pandemonium Fortress level 2, looking for those double goblin spawns. They're so juicy. We're hunting goblins, chat. There's 1. Okay, so here's 1. I'm so happy we got one. We got the 1. And there's a guaranteed second one. No matter how much fog of war, make sure you cover everything. No matter how dire it looks, there's a second one every single time. We've run this hundreds and hundreds of times. I promise you, I've never been let down, and I don't think, there it is, the second one, right? It could be anything. They just happen, we got a vault. They just happen to roll as basic goblins, but we did get a vault out of it, so that's kind of cool, right? So to quickly recap, this is my route, my main route, okay? I go to Act 1 Southern. I run all the way through, look for the Cave of the Moon Clan. I run through the 1st and 2nd level of Cave of the Moon Clan. Then I go to the Northern Highlands. I look at the bottom floor. I go up the stairs, go all the way to the top floor. Then I go to the Weeping Hollow and I search the whole area, look for the pet if I don't have it, listen for goblins. I don't go in any caves, you just stay outside. Then after that, you want to travel to the Royal Crypts. You want to run to the Skeleton King, pay attention to any kind of noises you hear. nothing. Then you want to go to the Cathedral level 2 and you want to look for a LEORIC'S passage. As soon as you port into LEORIC'S passage, be very careful because you can hear it. And if you hear the rainbow, you can invite your friends over. In Act 2, I like to do the Ancient Waterway, full Eastern and full Western. In Act 3, I like to do the Bridge of Corcyx, and you only look for the caverns. Caverns, good. It sounds eccentric, right? Caverns. Cave, blah. Cave is trash. Don't do the caves. In Act 4, there's nothing. In Act 5, Pandemonium Fortress, level 1 and 2, okay? That's gonna be the main goblin runs of the route. That's what I found to be the most consistently effective. If flipping games so often makes you tired or makes you not motivated, I'm gonna give you a bunch of bonus routes, okay? We're gonna run through them really quick. In Act 1, you can do Halls of Agony 1, 2, and 3. 2 is the most lucrative, I found through my testing. You just kind of fly through, right? You just kind of look. Everywhere you go, you just wanna fly through all the halls, and they kind of link up together so you can kind of chain them. One thing with rainbows, you can't get 2 instances. So if you get 1 rainbow, you immediately reset the game. If you're doing bounties and you guys had just started and somebody finds a rainbow, immediately reset the game because you're not gonna find another rainbow level. You can only get 1 rainbow level per run. Also, in Act 1, all the cathedral is really good. And again, just like the halls, just fly through the cathedral, right? Like, just fly through and listen to the goblin spawns. The cathedral is really good. I found lots of rainbows here just running through. Sometimes you get bored of doing the meta route, you can call it. And then level 3, it all chains together beautifully. Now I just want to, I was like, now I want to get a goblin. Oh, the rainbow, chat, we did it. Cathedral level 3. Oh man. Did we startle it? All right, let's just go kill it. I wanted to get one in the video. We gotta flex, you know? One thing about the rainbow level, it doesn't matter what torment. I got my cosmics on torment 3. Also, you can get Princess Lillian and Evil Oliver in the same game, okay? So, if I get the wings here with nobody in the game, it's gonna be so tragic. Where is this named mob? Did I not get one? Okay, we got Super Awesome Sparkle Cake. I must have just skipped over it. So we got one, and it was Super Awesome Sparkle Cake. Super Awesome Sparkle Cake does drop the Rainbow Sword, so if you guys are into that transmog. Let's get back to honorable mentions. So in Act 1, you can also do the Festering Woods. It's like an outdoor open map. One of the best greater rifts that we have in the game. One of the best tile sets. And it's kind of like just a mess out here, but you can just run around and, you know, again, listen for the goblin and try to find something, right? This is not a bad run, and there's one, there's a goblin. I got an Odious right here. I didn't even hear it. What happened to my game sounds? Anyway, another honorable mention would be the city of CALDEUM. You just jump in the sewer and fly through it. Make sure you don't zone in because then you get locked into some kind of, there's a goblin right there. It's one of the quickest runs you can do. And you might add this to your main run. I just got tired of, it's kind of a lower goblin spawn rate, but it's such a fast run. Another honorable mention would be Act 3, the 2 towers, Tower of the Damned and Tower of the Curse. These used to be part of my main runs, and I've gotten plenty of rainbows from here. You might want to run these. It's just, this makes me hate, for some reason, it demotivates me, having to run this spiral staircase. It's pretty linear, so you can't really miss the goblins, but it's just, I don't know what it is. It makes me not motivated, and it does take longer to run because you have to run all the way down in the exit, and it's not that long. I mean, you can see how fast I'm doing it with this build, but I don't particularly like it. I would even do up to the Heart of the Damned. You just kind of run all the way down, and then you repeat the process with the Tower of the Curse, just spiral down, and like I said, it's one of the higher spawns of goblins out there, but I took it off of my main run. Here's a goblin, so I'm glad we found one to give the towers, the 2 towers, some credit, but it's not my favorite. It's an oldie, but a goodie, I guess you could say. The core of ARREAT, we run this many times throughout Diablo's history. Quick run, you just port in and you fly all the way to the end, I believe to Azmodan. So fly through here, we gotta hit these mobs. You can't really miss it since it's super quick, super linear. Like you'll get like maybe 2 goblins out of 10. It's low spawn rate, but it's so quick, it might be worth adding. Those are just some of the popular runs that I do, that I've done over the years, that we've tested with real data. If you do anything differently, please tell us in the comments below. Please, if you do one thing, follow me up above at twitch.tv/bloodshed. I stream there 6 days a week, Diablo every day. and we end the stream with other games like World of Warcraft or Overwatch or whatever we're playing. We play a little bit of other games whenever we get a chance, but Diablo is consistent on my channel. It's my favorite game. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to sub if you're new. We always are doing a giveaway. Always check the latest video description. We're always doing giveaways here on the channel. I don't really talk about it too much. I just forget, you know. Big shout out to my patrons. I love you. Thank you for supporting me, man. I appreciate it. I don't talk about them enough. Links to my favorite goblin speed builds will be in the description down below, or I might make a video based on that in a few days from now. So if you want to see that, let me know. Again, this is Bloodshed. I'm out of here. Peace.